What we are made for, I offer a poem from a book, John O'Donoghue, to bless the space between us. The poem is for presence. Awaken to the mystery of being here and enter the quiet immensity of your own presence. Have joy and peace in the temple of your senses. Receive encouragement when new frontiers beckon. Respond to the call of your gift and the courage to follow its path. Let the flame of anger free you of all falsity. May warmth of heart keep your presence aflame. May anxiety never linger about you. May your outer dignity mirror an inner dignity of soul. Take time to celebrate the quiet miracles that seek no attention. Be consoled in the secret symmetry of your soul. May you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around the heart of wonder. Jesus tells this parable to his disciples as they sat on the Mount of Olives. Jesus talking over and over and over again about the future. And his disciples, because the human creature likes to know precisely what's going to happen, when and how we're going to do it, and give us the steps in which we're going to do it, they keep asking, tell us, what will the sign be? Give us some more information. And what I enjoy from this wonderful question, especially around the bridesmaids, what does it mean to keep awake and wait? And because I live in the real world with you, that is not easy. What does it mean to keep awake and wait? That is not easy. When I walk through Home Depot with my daughter, and we've transitioned already to a noisy snowman that has replaced the dragon, to a very loud couple of deers, and to very bright lights making a lot of noise. How in that time do we wait? Which then beckons me back to the people I like to spend time with reading, the Desert Fathers and the Desert Mothers. They explore the problem of rootlessness. This isn't quite good enough. The old person here is not quite as spiritual as I need him to be or her to be, and so I maybe need to go find a different spiritual captain. The person is always looking for the best place to be. Evagrius explores this in the 4th century. Restlessness. How do we stay with ourselves? Because fantasy always looks more attractive than reality. I ought to be making progress. I ought to do and make progress. I ought to be making more progress. I should go and be useful. Why don't I go be useful somewhere? Why don't I go visit someone who would love to see me and I can be useful to them? Maybe I should try All Saints Pasadena. Maybe then, that glorious, majestic church, I will be spiritually full. Oh, no. Maybe I need to try St. John the Divine in New York. Then I can truly be me. I'll be better. Oh, no, it's not big enough. I know. Maybe the National Cathedral. Then I'll be glorious. Why don't I go and be useful somewhere? Which is why I appreciate Amos so deeply today. Because Amos, the shepherd, calls out the people of Israel. Yeah, wonderful music. Wonderful singing, wonderful prayers, wonderful liturgy, but if it's not connected to justice, if it's not connected to love, if it's not connected to your relationship with your neighbor, Yahweh is kind of saying, I don't want anything to do with that. Amos is rich. And we've heard it. You read Amos with us today, right? You heard him say, I despise your festivals. The music of the assembly is a clanging noise to the ears of Yahweh. He will not listen. It would seem that Yahweh tells Israel, at that time you can keep your religion. And the problem, as we know, is not per se the religious practice. But what happens when that religious practice is divorced, is separated, is broken from matters of justice, of righteousness, of loving neighbor? And you can't help but hear Martin Luther King's voice. Be let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. It needs to be constant. What a wonderful reminder today, friends. We can't hurry growth. That's difficult in an age when you try to start something, you're already wondering how's it going to end. And that's why I find that when something might seem obvious, why not try inverting it? Keep alert by pausing. Be awake by waiting. Give space for the divine to speak. Because sometimes, is it true, we crowd out the divine voice with our excess want of control. Wait and be attentive. What an invitation for us today in 2017. And what a deeper question. What are you noticing, friends? What am I noticing? What I've noticed with the bride, with the bridesmaids today, when they fall asleep. All of them fall asleep. There's no distinction between the wise and the foolish. Perhaps wisdom and foolishness do not exist as opposites. And so I was wondering, who can help me clear this up better? And so I looked to Harry Potter. The Order of the Phoenix. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Harry Potter. Is that the 5th book? The Order of the Phoenix? 4th book? 5th movie? Order of the Phoenix. So is it true and is it fair? Harry Potter, and I know there's deeper Harry Potter wisdom keepers amongst you, so keep me honest. So in Order of the Phoenix, Harry's about 15. And he's confused by all the dark and angry feelings he's been having, which has been occurring because he's got this connection to Voldemort, the evil dark wizard. So Harry, is it true, he's wondering and worries what he might be capable of and confides in his godfather, Sirius Black. Sirius comes from a family who's kind of full of dodgy people, Death Eaters, things like that. And what fascinates me is that Sirius Black says, you're not a bad person. You're a very good person who had bad things happen to him. Besides that, he says, the world isn't split into good people and Death Eaters. We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. Perhaps we are both foolish and wise. In one moment, one day, perhaps prepared and ready and awake, thoughtful, focused, and wise. And then on Friday, perhaps another moment, we are caught up and foolish, forgetful of God, and unprepared to deal with the presence of God in our lives. Can you be yourself in your body in this place? What a question. Be it your church, be it your home, be it Gelson's, be it Ralph's, be it, I don't know where you go, but where you find yourself. Can you be yourself? The real church, is it true and is it fair? Some people might think the real church should be full of people that are just like me. the pledging of myself to this community, to each other. Only then, in togetherness, can healing happen. Be it in a community, be it in your family, be it in the world. So this is my invitation from the wonderful bridesmaids who pause and keep alert and pay attention. Share with your neighbor how you, this week, will take several breaths and wake yourself to noticing what is around you. Share with your neighbor how you might notice friends differently this week. Notice how you're engaging with your neighbor, a loved one, the person in the pew next to you, the person in coffee hour, the person at the traffic stop. I invite you, in this moment, turn to somebody next to you. Share with them how you will notice differently this week, how you will dare to pause and stop. Be alert to your body, to yourself. It's okay. And dare to say, Jesus, reveal yourself to me. Wherever you find yourself this week, take a moment, take a breath, and say out loud, if you are courageous enough, Jesus, reveal yourself to me. And I invite you to share with us what you notice differently. Let us now stand together.